Hello everyone, welcome to a new video here on Minkemalism. In this video I'm going to discuss 4 inspiring books for you to read in 2021. I hope this will give you some inspiration for what to read next, and if you have read any of these books, then let me know in the comments below. The first book I want to talk about is this book called Atomic Habits by the author James Clear. I mentioned this book very briefly in my previous video, which I will link in the corner for you to watch. This book made a big impression on me, mainly because of the way he describes that by changing something small every day, you can create major changes in your life in a year's time. The author describes how you can create everlasting habits with the 4 laws of behavior change, which are make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying, and how to invert them to lose bad or unproductive habits you have. And using these 4 laws, you can program yourself to obtain the habits that you want and lose the ones that you don't want. The most inspiring thing about this book I found the realization that there's no overnight success. So you don't become the best ever guitar player by buying a guitar and just playing it one time. You become the best guitar player by playing every day, every single day. You don't become a runner by doing one run. You become it by running several times a week, every single week. So showing up is more important than doing it perfectly each time. And showing up is what creates the habit and makes you into the person you want to become. I really recommend reading this book because it gives you a good base to make any positive change in your behavior possible. The second book I'm discussing is The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. I've recommended this book to several people already, and this copy is actually my boyfriend's, who's just started reading it after my recommendation. And the title about a 4-hour work week immediately sparked some interest because it's quite unusual and seems impossible even. But the book contains quite some practical tips about how the author created a 4-hour work week and how you can do the same if you want. But the type of career you need to pursue is quite specific though. For me personally, that's not the reason why I like this book so much. What the reason is that it starts off with some specific questions about your biggest dreams and goals in life, but you're not allowed to think if it's realistic or within budget. So you need to ask yourself if literally anything is possible, what do you want to do with your life? And once you figure that out, which is quite difficult, and I have to say I haven't figured it out for myself yet, but once you have, you need to look at how much that lifestyle would actually cost you, and then you need to find a way to make enough money to live that life. And also you need to find a job that gives you enough time to live that life. So it sounds impossible, but the book gives you a lot of tips to make it possible. So I'd say give it a go. I don't think you'll regret it. The third book is a book I read a while ago already. It's called How Not to Die by Dr. Michael Greger. This book is an interesting read about the science behind the health benefits of a whole foods plant-based diet. So you do have to be into reading in-depth science about things, which I definitely am with my pharmacy background. Dr. Michael Greger explains in the book the top 15 causes of premature death in the US, and he explains how you can prevent them with lifestyle interventions. So this book is full of changes you can make to your own life to reduce the chance of acquiring those diseases like cardiovascular diseases or diabetes. And it's quite a long read, it's quite a big book. But I found it very interesting to read more about the most common diseases and the influence your own lifestyle has on them. I didn't know that a plant-based diet is really good for you and that we all should eat more of it, but this book really explains why that is the case. The author also developed an app called The Daily Dozen, which you can download for free in the App Store, and it's a checklist of several categories of plant-based food that you should eat every day to get all the healthy benefits of it. And in the book is described why that's specifically those foods that you need to eat. And I really like about the app that it's focused on positive things, so it's focused on things you should eat instead of things that you shouldn't eat, which I think is very important. I know that many people have very strong opinions about the ideal diet, and that is different for everyone, of course. For me personally, I like to eat everything in moderation and to not restrict myself because that works best for me. But since reading this book, I do focus on eating less animal products and mainly less meat. The fourth and final book I recommend reading is a book I actually haven't finished reading myself yet, but I'm going to very soon. And it's called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. In this book is explained how we think and how the human mind works. So it describes 2 systems of thinking. The system 1, which is the fast thinking, and the system 2, which is the slow thinking. And system 1 does quickly and automatic, so localizing sound or reading billboards you pass. And system 2 is a slow and effortful system, and it's the system you use when you do a walk in a faster pace than normal, or when you try to recognize the sound, for instance. An example mentioned in the book is a math question, which is the following. A baseball bat and a ball together cost €1.10, and the bat costs €1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? So let me know in the comments below what you think the answer is. I'm very much looking forward to reading it fully, and if you have, let me know what you thought about it. I hope this video gave you some inspiration on books to read, and if you have any recommendations for me to read, then I'd love to know, so let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!